I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I had a phone call while I was in church this morning and I couldn't answer. After the church service, I called the caller, a pastor, an international preacher, and he told me about Chris Okafor's apology. And he told me that I shouldn't say anything about the apology and about the Chris Okafor's case. That's what my legal team, every person resolved, that I should not say anything further. And I had made up my mind not to release anything that the wife shared with me for various reasons. Number one, the children, they need to be protected from public ridicule and the scandal that they are victims of, particularly the females who would eventually need to get married. There were some things I knew that were very offensive and unpalatable that I didn't want to come out. It will not change the situation. But when Doris Ogala was arrested and a threat, an ultimatum was issued by very dark man, Doris Ogala was eventually released. One would have thought that the thing would mellow down. But those the gods want to kill, they make them go mad. Chris Okafor's lawyer threatened to sue very dark man. And then the thing escalated. And what I wanted to avoid about the children not being dragged into the scandal eventually came up. I thought that most probably that would be the end of it until this apology came out. And the ex-wife that I had been appealing to not to get involved in the scandal because one, she had kept quiet for 14 years. Two, her children are still in Nigeria. One of them is still resident in Okafor's house. There's one schooling in one country I don't want to mention, another schooling in Nigeria. I didn't want them to be disturbed by the misbehavior of Chris Okafor. Until this apology, he dragged this woman's name, the ex-wife's name, into it. And I saw her in a podcast or an interview. She has a right to answer. She has a right to defend herself. And from what she's saying, a lot of things will follow. Names are being mentioned. More children are being mentioned. People's wives who got pregnant are being mentioned. I wanted to avoid the consequences of the series of legal actions, DNA tests that are going to follow. Please, I washed my hands out of their case. I'm not interested in it. It's becoming too dirty, very unreasonable, too scandalous, and too mutually destructive. the ex-wife has said everything she told me, and there are more she did not say in the interview. Chris Okafor should just have settled this issue amicably, tender his apology without dragging the ex-wife. Most of you don't know enough. You don't know much of what is happening. You're just making comments. Dr. Apoki is a nuisance. Dr. Apoki is covering Chris Okafor. I don't know him. He's a small boy. My children's age mate. I don't know him. When I started preaching, he had not started. He's a small boy. Number two, those of you fathers cover children. Fathers, I'm not that kind. What I know, you don't know. What I know, you don't know. Information in my hand, you don't know. And I'm not going to say anything further. I'm not going to release any information to the person wey mess, make it smell a mess. Person wey shit, make it clean a yash. Me, I know it's too dirty. And that should caution you young pastors, you young evangelists, you young prophets, the one that wanted to mess me up from Benin. All your data are in my hand. A lot of information are in my hand. Immediately they come, I send them to my contacts overseas. So I don't want to get involved. And there is a lot going on, a lot going on, a lot going on, a lot going on, a lot going on. If they do DNA in a lot of churches, the war that will start there. Please, Besem Okafor, you have a right to defend yourself. Whoever is involved, my hand no day. Akam the Ocha, like you talk nonsense. Now you sabi. Another person gossip. Another person gossip is sweet, but people's lives are being destroyed further. They've been destroyed before, being destroyed further. Imagine the young baby they brought out. Imagine how many children are going to come out. Now, Nasabio is 10:39. I just needed to do this to place it in a proper perspective. Not everything somebody like me knows that he says. A lot is going to come out. God bless you. Remain Dr. Charles Apoki. Don't let your erection give you direction. I said that in the Nedu podcast. Don't let your erection give you direction. God bless you.